on the front pages of some of the papers this morning. And then certainly after that, we'll get into the details, starting with the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Banner headline, culture must work with law. That's according to the Asanteni Otumfuo II inspecting an all-female guard of honor. And that picture was taken by Victor A. Buxton of the Ghanaian Times. Also on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, GJA condemns assault on journalists at Kaswa. That story is on page 4 of the paper. Also, we won't backslide in economic gain, President assures at New Year School. And that story is captured on page 21 of the Ghanaian Times. Rufag rejects calls for total ban on raw rubber export. Also on page 12 of the paper. The back page of the Ghanaian Times, VIP confers with Cape Coast delegation on 8-year development plan. VIP confers with Cape Coast delegation on 8-year development plan. Landmark PWDs receive support. That is also on the back page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. The center spread of the Ghanaian Times. Okay, so that's it for the Ghanaian Times. We'll get into some of the stories, the details of the stories of the Ghanaian Times. But now to the Daily Guide newspaper. Front page banner headline, Kwachio Fosu exposed over false dummy claims. That story is on page 3 of the paper. Kwachio Fosu exposed over false dummy claims. It comes with the pictures of Felix Kwachio Fosu and then Godfred Yeboah Dame. Also, the front page of the paper is reporting this: make police politically neutral. Otumfuo II the second is saying it's with the IGP Christian Tetoyohono exchanging pleasantries with Otumfuo at the function yesterday. 10 FAR officers assault journalists. That story is on page 3 of the paper. There's a scene capturing the attack on the journalist by fire service officers. Also, I'll deliver lasting economic reforms. Mahama, President Mahama in a handshake with Professor Nana Abba Apia Amfo of the University of Ghana. These are the stories that the Daily Guide is reporting this morning. Let's get into the details of the stories, shall we? Daily Guide, the big story on the front page of the Daily Guide, Kwachio Fosu exposed over false dummy claims. The story is on page 3 of the paper, and I'll quickly read to you what it says. And this is the Daily Guide report. The Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice has debunked Yes, the Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice has debunked false allegations made by the Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwachio Fosu, against former Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Godfred Yeboah Dame, concerning a probe into alleged illegal mining by Akonta Mining Company. The office, in an official response to a right to information request, completely debunked and exposed the minister's claim, which suggested Mr. Dame was complicit in the alleged illegal mining activities of the company owned by the NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman, Bernard Entwi Buesiako, aka Chairman Wontumi. Well, Felix Kwachio Fosu categorically stated that Mr. Dame had deliberately ignored a report confirming illegal mining activities allegedly perpetrated by Akonta Mining Company Limited. President Kufuor was not willing to punish anybody for anything that he did under his government. They engaged in illegal mining. The CID investigates, and then you come on national television and say that the person who has been fingered in that CID report is innocent and did nothing. He knew it. If he didn't know, then he did not deserve to be in the position. And that's according to Felix Kwachio Fosu. The Attorney General of the day, Godfred Dame, cannot claim that he didn't know about the report. What they are saying by this, then, is that they didn't investigate the claims against Akonta Mining, which is even worse, Kwachio Fosu said. Now, host of the show, Paul Adumotre, then drew his attention to the fact that he had checked with Mr. Dame, who had said that no such report was presented to him in his tenure as Attorney General. That notwithstanding, Kwachu Fosu maintained his allegations, further indicating that, quote, I am saying that the Attorney General and the government are aware. The implications of what you're saying is that he, Mr. Dame, was not fit for the job, and by inaction, he was complicit in Galamsey by inaction. Well, shortly after the program, a private legal practitioner, Jonathan Asare, with a reputation for conducting investigations into public interest legal matters, filed an RTI request to the Attorney General and Minister for Justice and Dr. Dominic Ayeni to establish whether records at his office supported the allegations of Felix Kwachu Fosu. The petition sought clarifications on whether and when the investigations into alleged illegal mining by Akunta Mining was concluded, when the Criminal Investigation Department presented a docket to the Attorney General, and whether the CID presented any docket on Akunta Mining to the Attorney General between 2022 and 2024. In a formal response to the RTI request signed by the designated information officer at the Ministry of Justice and Office of the Attorney General, Lydia Atto, delivered on December 22, the Attorney General replied, denying the claims by Kwachu Fosu that investigations by the CID on Akunta Mining were concluded by the CID before 2025, and a docket presented to the former Attorney General Godfrey Dame in his tenure in office. Well, the office further stated that the docket was only presented to the ministry on September 15, 2025. Quote, when did the CID present its docket to the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice? Part of the RTI request asked. The CID presented its docket to this office on or about 15th September 2025, and that's the response from the AG's office. Did the CID present a docket after completing its investigations on Akunta Mining to the Attorney General between 2022 and 2024? And if so, when was it done? And that's a request from the RTI, and the response was this: no, this office did not receive a docket in respect to Akunta Mining within the stipulated time frame, the AG's office added. The response to the RTI request was sharply contrasted the wild allegations made by Kwachu Fosu against former Attorney General Godfrey Dame. Remains to be seen whether the minister will retract and then apologize or not to Mr. Dame for what legal remedies the former Attorney General will have in his docket to seek for. So this is what the story is reported. This is what the Daily Guide is reporting. On page 6 of the paper, make police politically neutral. That's according to the Otumfor. And the Asantini Otumfor 82 has called on the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yohonu, to ensure the police service remains politically neutral to build confidence, uphold the rule of law, prevent abuse of power, as well as ensure stability and security among all citizens regardless of political affiliation. He made this statement during his historic visit to the police headquarters in Accra on Tuesday, January 6th, and he called on the police management to fight political interference, ensuring that decisions are made based on law, not political whims, and prevent misuse of police for power. Misuse of police power for political gain or oppression. He said, and I quote, I hope that you work towards making the service politically neutral. There's always one government responsible for the state of Ghana, and as the police service of the state, you're sworn to be impartial in your loyalty, not just to the government, but to the Constitution. Well, addressing matters relating to pockets of indiscipline, which has recently surfaced in the media, Otunfo's the second said he is puzzled by recent happenings, saying that it is puzzling when Ghanaians see police officers act in ways that compromise the service's integrity. And he urged the IGP and the Police Management Board to tackle issues affecting police integrity and public trust, urging them to either reinforce or upscale the values they teach officers so they are clear on what compromises the police integrity and dishonors the uniform. I believe the discipline and values instilled during police training shape one for a lifetime, and those who go through the training understand what the uniform represents. And then the values that they uphold as well. The Inspector General of Police, he hailed the Otunfo the second. He hailed him as a modern day King Solomon, praising his wisdom and role in promoting peace and national cohesion. Otunfo's calm, moral authority and patience, he said, have resolved protracted conflicts, bringing stability where tension once prevailed. And in fact, the IGP cited Otunfo's mediation in the Dagbon chieftaincy dispute, Yendi and Boko conflict, saying that these efforts have boosted police operations and public confidence in security. 6 of the Daily Guide. Reverse fee increment, GTech directs the University of Ghana. And I'll deliver lasting economic reforms. That's according to President John Dramani Mahama. Well, the president has expressed his commitment to deliver lasting economic reforms to help improve the development of the country as part of a broader economic transformation. Speaking at the opening ceremony of the 77th Annual New Year School at the University of Ghana, he said the National Democratic Congress, the NDC government, would continue to pursue transformative policies that would surpass the work of any successive government. He said, and I quote, "I have decided to make this second mandate so graciously granted to me by Ghanaians count. I have pledged to raise our economy and governance to a level that no succeeding government can reverse." In a region where democracy is backsliding, we must demonstrate that democracy works and that our people can have faith in their leaders to uphold their interests and create opportunities for national prosperity. Well, President Mahama also assured that his administration would maintain fiscal discipline and efficient management of the economy even in 2028 when elections will be held. And he said that the NDC government will reshape Ghana's economy by prioritizing value addition through its flagship 24-hour economy program aimed at driving sustainable economic growth. Said that government will soon roll out a policy to ensure that value is added to the country's minerals, petroleum and agricultural products before they are exported. This, he said, forms part of a broader government program to reset the export of selected products in line with the 24-hour economy initiative that is aimed at transforming the country. He noted that the program is not a slogan, it is a structural transformation strategy to extend productivity beyond daylight hours, deepen manufacturing, support logistics and agro-processing, and create millions of decent jobs across the value chain. President John Dramani Mahama. And this morning, when you call us on our Community Voices segment, I'd love to hear from you. on what you make of President John Dramani Mahama's 1 year in office. Sworn in on the 7th of January 2025. A year after, as President John Dramani Mahama delivering on his promises. Surveys say that the country is pointing in the right direction. Tell me what you think. The promises the president made before he won the 2024 general elections.